Have you ever felt like there's more to life than what meets the eye? Like you're trapped in a game you didn't agree to play? Well, you might be onto something big. The idea of a soul trap sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, but it's actually a mind-blowing concept that could change how you see your entire life. This isn't just another spiritual theory. It's a wake-up call that might shake the very foundation of what you believe about your existence. Here's the thing. If we don't get to the bottom of this soul trap idea, we might be missing out on the most important truth of our lives. Imagine living your whole life thinking you're free, only to find out you've been in an invisible cage all along. That's what we're dealing with here. It's time to look beyond what we think we know about our souls and dive into the deep end of spiritual understanding. This isn't just about feeling good or finding inner peace. It's about uncovering the real nature of our existence. Let's break it down in simple terms. The soul trap is the idea that our souls, the very essence of who we are, might be caught in a cycle of rebirth that we didn't choose. It's like being stuck in a video game where you keep replaying the same level over and over, forgetting each time that you've done it before. But instead of a game, it's our lives and the afterlife we're talking about. Think about it this way. Have you ever had that weird feeling of déjà vu, like you've experienced something before, even though you know you haven't in this life? Some people believe this might be a glimpse of past lives peeking through. The soul trap theory suggests that these past lives aren't just random. They're part of a bigger system designed to keep our souls coming back to Earth, or maybe even other worlds, over and over again. But why would such a system exist? That's where things get really interesting. Some thinkers believe that there might be forces or entities that feed off the energy of our souls as we go through the ups and downs of life. It's a bit like how a farmer might keep animals, not out of cruelty, but because they provide something valuable. In this case, it could be our emotions, experiences, or life force that's being harvested. Now, I know this sounds pretty out there, but stay with me because understanding this concept, whether you end up believing it or not, can really change how you look at your life and the choices you make. The soul trap isn't just about what happens after we die, it's about how we live right now. If we're caught in this trap, it means that a lot of what we think is important, like gaining wealth, power, or fame, might actually be distractions. These could be the very things keeping us tied to the cycle of rebirth, always chasing after something but never finding true fulfillment. Let's think about how this idea might play out in everyday life. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to get caught up in drama, whether it's at work, in relationships, or even just scrolling through social media? We get angry, sad, excited, jealous, and we often think these intense emotions are what make life worth living. But what if they're actually part of the trap? What if these highs and lows are exactly what keeps us coming back for more life after life? This doesn't mean we should try to feel nothing. It's more about being aware of how we react to things and why. Maybe true freedom isn't about having everything we want, but about not needing much at all. It's a totally different way of looking at what it means to be successful or happy. Now, you might be wondering, if this is true, why don't we remember our past lives or realize we're in a trap? That's a great question, and it's at the heart of why this concept is so tricky. The idea is that between lives our memories are wiped clean. It's like formatting a computer hard drive before installing a new operating system. We start each life fresh, which on one hand gives us a clean slate, but on the other hand keeps us from learning from our past experiences. Some people who believe in the soul trap think that there might be clues left behind, though. They point to things like kids who seem to have knowledge or skills they couldn't have learned in this life, or people who have vivid dreams or visions of other times and places. These could be cracks in the system, little hints of our true nature peeking through. But even if we can't remember past lives, believers in the soul trap theory say we can still feel its effects. They argue that the sense of emptiness or longing that many people feel, that nagging feeling that there must be more to life, is actually our soul recognizing that something isn't right. It's like a part of us knows we're not supposed to be here, at least not forever, and is trying to wake us up to that fact. This brings us to a really important point. If the soul trap is real, what does that mean for how we should live our lives? Some might think it means we should just give up and not try, since it's all a trap anyway. but that's not the point at all. Instead, understanding the soul trap idea can actually be really freeing. If we're not just living one life, but potentially many, it changes how we might look at our problems and challenges. That big presentation at work that's stressing you out, in the grand scheme of things, it's tiny. The heartbreak you're going through, it's just one small part of a much bigger journey. This doesn't mean these things don't matter, or that we shouldn't care about them. It's more about putting them in perspective. At the same time, it makes how we treat others and ourselves even more important. If we're all souls going through this experience together, maybe caught in the same trap, it gives us a reason to be kinder, more understanding, and more helpful to each other. After all, the person you're angry at today might have been your best friend in a past life, or might be again in a future one. Understanding the soul trap concept can also change how we think about personal growth and spirituality. Instead of just trying to have a good life or be a good person by society's standards, we might start thinking about how to grow and learn in ways that could help us break free from the cycle. This could mean focusing more on understanding ourselves deeply, questioning our beliefs and motivations, and trying to see beyond the everyday distractions that keep us busy, but might not be truly fulfilling. It's important to note that the soul trap idea isn't accepted by everyone, and there are many different beliefs about what happens to us after we die. Some religions teach about reincarnation, but see it as a natural process of growth and learning, not a trap. Others believe we only live once and then move on to an afterlife. And of course, there are those who think that this life is all there is, and when we're done, we're done. The point isn't to say that the soul trap theory is definitely true. It's more about opening our minds to different possibilities and using these ideas to think more deeply about our lives and choices. Whether or not you believe in the soul trap, considering the idea can lead to some pretty profound questions. Why are we here? What's the purpose of all this? Are we making the most of our time? Whatever that might mean. As we dig deeper into the concept of the soul trap, we'll explore some key ideas that might help us understand it better and even find ways to break free if it is real. We'll look at how our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality, how to see beyond the illusions that might be keeping us trapped, and practical steps we can take to live more aware and purposeful lives. Remember, this journey of understanding isn't about finding one right answer. It's about exploring, questioning, and growing. As we go through the rest of this exploration, keep an open mind, but also trust your own instincts and experiences. You might find that some ideas resonate strongly with you while others don't, and that's okay. The most important thing is that you're taking the time to think about these big questions and what they mean for your life. In the next sections, we'll dive into the first key to understanding the soul trap. We'll look at how it affects our daily lives and what we can do with this knowledge. Get ready to see your world in a whole new light. This is just the beginning of a journey that could change everything you thought you knew about yourself and your place in the universe. The first key, recognizing the illusion. Let's dive into the first key to understanding the soul trap, recognizing the illusion of our reality. This might sound like something out of a movie, but it's a concept that goes back thousands of years in various spiritual traditions. The idea is that what we see and experience in our daily lives isn't the whole truth. It's like we're watching a very convincing movie, forgetting that we're in a theater. Think about your typical day. You wake up, go to work or school, interact with people, deal with your problems, and enjoy your free time. It all seems so real and solid, but what if all of this is just a very elaborate setup? Not in the sense that it doesn't exist, but that its purpose and meaning are different from what we think. The illusion works on many levels. On the surface, it's the idea that material success, social status, and physical pleasures are the most important things in life. We're taught from a young age to chase after good grades, a successful career, a perfect relationship, and material wealth. But have you ever achieved something you really wanted, only to feel empty soon after? That's the illusion at work. Going deeper, the illusion also includes our sense of self. We think we are our bodies, our thoughts, our emotions, and our memories. But the soul trap theory suggests that we're something much more. eternal souls having a temporary human experience. Our true self is hidden behind the mask of our current personality and life situation. This illusion affects our daily lives in profound ways. We make decisions based on fear, desire, and societal expectations rather than from a place of true understanding. We might stay in a job we hate because we're afraid of change, or chase after relationships that aren't good for us because we think that's what we're supposed to do. We worry about things that, in the grand scheme of things, don't really matter. Here's a quick tip to start seeing through the illusion. Practice mindfulness. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts and feelings without judging them. Notice how they come and go. This simple practice can help you start to see that you are not your thoughts or emotions. You're the awareness behind them. The second key to grasping the concept of the soul trap is understanding energy and vibration. Everything in the universe, including our thoughts and emotions, is a form of energy vibrating at different frequencies. This isn't just New Age talk, it's backed up by quantum physics. Our spiritual journey is all about raising our vibration. Lower vibrations are associated with fear, anger, and depression. Higher vibrations are linked to love, joy, and peace. The soul trap theory suggests that lower vibrations keep us stuck in the cycle of rebirth, while higher vibrations can help us break free. This idea shapes our spiritual growth in a big way. Instead of just trying to be a good person by following rules, we can focus on consciously raising our vibration. This means choosing thoughts, actions, and experiences that make us feel lighter, more joyful, and more connected to others and the world around us. Here's a simple exercise to explore this idea. Pay attention to how different activities make you feel. Does watching the news make you feel heavy and anxious? Does helping someone or spending time in nature make you feel light and happy? Start making choices based on what raises your vibration. The third key to understanding the soul trap is recognizing the incredible power of awareness. Being aware isn't just about knowing what's going on around you. It's about being conscious of your own thoughts, feelings, and the deeper realities of existence. Awareness is like a spotlight. Whatever you shine it on becomes clearer and often starts to change. When you become aware of negative thought patterns, for example, they begin to lose their power over you. When you're aware of the broader spiritual reality beyond the physical world, you start to make decisions from a whole new perspective. This key has a huge impact on our choices and personal growth. Instead of reacting automatically to situations, we can pause, become aware, and choose our response. This might mean not getting angry in traffic, or choosing to forgive someone who hurt us because we understand the bigger picture. Let me share a real-life story that shows this key in action. I once knew a woman who was constantly stressed and unhappy in her high-paying corporate job. She thought she needed the money and status to be successful, but as she started to practice awareness, she realized that her job was draining her energy and keeping her from doing things she truly loved. She became aware of how she felt in different situations and started making small changes. She took up painting as a hobby and found that it made her feel alive and joyful. Eventually, she made the bold decision to quit her job and become an art teacher. Many people thought she was crazy to give up a successful career, but she had become aware of what truly mattered to her. Now, she's much happier and feels like she's living a more authentic life. This story shows how awareness can lead to major life changes. It's not always easy, and it might go against what society expects, but it can lead to a much more fulfilling existence. Practicing awareness is something you can start doing right now. Throughout your day, take moments to pause and really notice what's happening inside you and around you. How does your body feel? What thoughts are running through your mind? What emotions are you experiencing? Don't judge these things as good or bad, just notice them. As you develop this habit of awareness, you might start to notice patterns. Maybe you always get anxious before a certain type of meeting, or you feel most at peace when you're in nature. This awareness gives you the power to make changes and choices that align more with your true self. Remember, awareness isn't about trying to control everything. It's about being present and conscious in each moment. This presence is a powerful tool in potentially breaking free from the soul trap. When you're fully aware, you're less likely to get caught up in the distractions and illusions that might be keeping you trapped. Awareness also helps us recognize the interconnectedness of all things. As we become more conscious, we often start to feel a deeper connection to others and to the world around us. This sense of connection can be a key factor in raising our vibration and moving towards spiritual freedom. It's important to note that developing awareness is a gradual process. Don't expect to become fully conscious overnight. It's a skill that you build over time, like a muscle that gets stronger with use. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small moments of increased awareness. As we practice awareness, we might start to notice things that challenge our existing beliefs about reality. This can be uncomfortable at times, but it's a necessary part of growth. The soul trap theory suggests that our normal way of perceiving reality is limited and possibly manipulated. By expanding our awareness, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and understandings. This doesn't mean you need to abandon your current beliefs or way of life. It's more about adding a new layer of perception and understanding to what you already know. You might find that some of your beliefs are strengthened by this new awareness, while others might need to be re-evaluated. As we become more aware, we often find ourselves naturally drawn to practices and experiences that further expand our consciousness. This might include meditation, spending time in nature, engaging in creative activities, or having deep conversations with others who are on a similar path. These three keys, recognizing the illusion, understanding energy and vibration, and harnessing the power of awareness, form a foundation for exploring the concept of the soul trap. They offer practical ways to start seeing beyond the surface of our everyday reality and potentially freeing ourselves from cycles that no longer serve us. In the next sections, we'll look at some common misunderstandings about the soul trap and explore specific techniques for breaking free. Remember, this journey is deeply personal. What resonates with one person might not work for another. The important thing is to stay open, curious, and willing to explore. Trust your own experiences and intuition as you navigate these profound ideas about the nature of existence. As we dive deeper into the concept of the soul trap, it's important to clear up some common misunderstandings. These wrong ideas can lead people astray or make them dismiss the whole concept without really understanding it. First, many people think that if the soul trap is real, it means life is pointless. They figure, if we're all trapped, why bother trying to do anything? This couldn't be further from the truth. The idea of the soul trap isn't meant to make us give up on life. Instead, it's about waking up to a deeper reality and living more purposefully. Every experience, even in a trap, can lead to growth and understanding. Another misconception is that the soul trap is controlled by evil beings who want to hurt us. While some theories do talk about entities that benefit from the trap, it's not helpful to think in terms of good and evil. It's more useful to see it as a complex system that we're learning to understand and navigate. Blaming others or feeling like a victim doesn't help us break free. Lastly, some people believe that learning about the soul trap means you have to reject all worldly pleasures and live like a monk. This isn't true either. The key is balance and awareness. We can enjoy life's pleasures while also staying conscious of our deeper spiritual journey. It's not about denial, but about not getting completely lost in material pursuits. The truth is, the soul trap theory is about empowerment. It suggests that we have the ability to wake up, see beyond the illusions, and potentially break free from cycles that no longer serve us. It's a call to live more consciously and to explore the deeper mysteries of existence. Now that we've cleared up some misunderstandings, let's talk about practical steps you can take to potentially free yourself from the soul trap. Remember, this is a journey, not a quick fix. Be patient with yourself as you explore these ideas. The first step is to cultivate mindfulness. This means being present and aware in your daily life. Start by taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Over time, try to bring this awareness into your everyday activities. Next, work on raising your vibration. This involves making choices that bring more joy, love, and peace into your life. Spend time in nature, practice gratitude, help others, and engage in activities that truly fulfill you. Pay attention to how different choices make you feel and gravitate towards those that uplift you. Another powerful practice is questioning your beliefs and assumptions. Many of our thoughts and behaviors are on autopilot, based on conditioning we've received throughout our lives. Start asking yourself, why do I believe this? Is it really true? This can help you break free from limiting beliefs that might be keeping you trapped. Meditation is a key tool in this journey. It helps you quiet the constant chatter of your mind and connect with your deeper self. Start with just a few minutes a day and gradually increase the time. There are many different meditation techniques, so experiment to find what works best for you. As you practice these techniques, you might start to notice changes in your life. You may feel more peaceful, more in tune with your intuition, and less reactive to external events. You might find yourself naturally drawn to new ideas and experiences that expand your consciousness. It's important to note that breaking free from the soul trap isn't just about individual liberation. As we become more aware and raise our vibration, we positively impact those around us. This ripple effect can contribute to raising the collective consciousness. As we wrap up our exploration of the soul trap, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Understanding this concept, whether you fully believe in it or not, can profoundly change how you view life. Firstly, it shifts our focus from short-term gratification to long-term spiritual growth. Instead of just chasing after money, status, or pleasure, we start to prioritize experiences and choices that contribute to our spiritual evolution. This doesn't mean we can't enjoy life's pleasures, but we do so with more awareness and balance. The soul trap theory also connects to many other spiritual ideas. It relates to concepts like karma, reincarnation, and the nature of consciousness. As you explore the soul trap, you might find yourself drawn to study these related topics, deepening your overall spiritual understanding. Perhaps most importantly, this understanding can bring profound, positive changes to your life. Many people report feeling more peaceful, more connected to others and nature, and more purposeful in their actions. They often find that their fears and anxieties decrease as they gain a broader perspective on existence. Understanding the soul trap can also change how we view death. Instead of something to be feared, it becomes seen as a transition, a chance to review our experiences and potentially make different choices in our spiritual journey. This perspective encourages us to live more fully and authentically in the present moment. If we see each life as an opportunity for growth and liberation, we're more likely to make the most of our time here, pursuing what truly matters to us, rather than just following societal expectations. As we come to the end of our journey exploring the concept of the soul trap, it's important to remember that this is just the beginning. The ideas we've discussed are profound and can take a lifetime to fully understand and integrate into our lives. We've looked at what the soul trap is, the idea that our souls might be caught in a cycle of rebirth that limits our spiritual freedom. We've explored keys to understanding this concept, including recognizing the illusion of our everyday reality, understanding energy and vibration, and harnessing the power of awareness. We've also addressed common misunderstandings, provided practical steps for potentially breaking free from the trap, and considered how this understanding can change our entire perspective on life. Remember, the goal isn't to escape from life, but to live more fully and consciously. Whether or not you fully believe in the soul trap concept, the practices we've discussed, mindfulness, raising your vibration, questioning your beliefs, and meditation, can lead to a more meaningful and joyful existence. As you continue on your spiritual journey, stay curious and open-minded. Trust your own experiences and intuition. Don't be afraid to question everything, including what you've learned here. True spiritual growth comes from personal exploration and understanding, not from blindly accepting any set of beliefs. Finally, be kind to yourself and others as you navigate these deep waters. We're all on this journey together, each at our own pace and in our own way. By raising our own consciousness and vibration, we contribute to the evolution of all. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the soul trap. May your journey be filled with growth, understanding, and ultimate freedom. Remember, the power to shape your reality and potentially break free from limiting cycles lies within you. Trust in your ability to awaken, grow, and transform. The adventure of spiritual discovery is just beginning.